Time's precious, so let's jump right in. Today we're looking at Trepang² and how well it aligns with a busy gamer's schedule. In the beginning, the game teaches you stealth mechanics, and while it might seem that it's a requirement for this section, after one misfire I learned that the game lets you go guns blazing from the get-go. Afterwards, there are a couple moments in the game where stealth is mandatory, but they're super simple and short. So unless stealth is your preferred playstyle, you can save some time in your sessions by ignoring it entirely. Regarding the difficulty, the game is not too punishing and very generous with checkpoints. I played the entirety of it on normal. At first, it felt a bit too easy, but it ramps up nicely once the real chaos kicks in, which is about 2-3 missions in. There's a total of 6 difficulty levels to choose from, and the neat thing is, you select the level at the start of each mission. The game is not the best with conveying where you're supposed to go, and I found myself getting lost a little here and there. Here you can see an example of a quest marker for some reason leading me to an objective I've already completed. You often traverse tight cramped spaces with generally similar design, which can be a bit confusing for some, but most players won't be held back for too long. The weapons are customizable, but unfortunately, unless you're willing to scour every inch of the map, you're going to be missing out on some weapon upgrades, because you're supposed to actually find them. Some of them are placed easily noticeable on your progression path, but if you don't have time to spare for hunting, you end up potentially missing out. Personally, I found that while the game was loads of fun, the amount of chaos felt mentally exhausting to an extent, and I could generally do only 1 to 2 main missions at a time. Which isn't too bad per se, since it's a relatively short game. Depending on the playstyle, each story mission can take from 30 minutes to an hour to complete. The side missions are shorter and take place in much smaller maps compared to the story ones, so there's less chance to spend time wandering about. In general, both are great for a hop-in, hop-out gaming session. The story in Trepang² is somewhat vague, but it's easy to get the gist of it as you go. If you want to dive deeper into the lore, it features a lot of notes and logs scattered everywhere. There's so many of them that they're sometimes literally next to each other. Personally, I ended up ignoring most of them, because it slowed down the pace of the game considerably. And whenever you open the intel screen, you're forced to listen to the same music loop starting every time. With no way to lower menu music. Without going out of my way to find weapon parts and reading logs, start to finish, I read the whole game in about 7 hours. Trepang² has a great time to fun ratio. You boot it up, it takes about a minute to start a mission, and you're in the action pretty much immediately. It knows what you're here for, and it doesn't mess around. In conclusion, this game is a very good option if you're looking for something to play for an hour or so at a time. The story is simple enough that you won't need to replay the whole thing to remember stuff if you happen to be too busy to play for a while. It's fun, it's straight to the point, and it respects your time. Hope this video helped. See you in the next one.